If you've got 7 short minutes, I can show you how being in the right place at just the right time can make you a ton of cash with a product that millions of people all over the world are hopelessly addicted to. A product that sells like hotcakes to the tune of over $9 billion a year. A product that people stand in line for over 20 minutes and pay over $4 a cup to drink. And they do it without exception every day of every year. That's right. I'm talking about the global necessity of drinking coffee. But before we talk more about coffee, let's talk money and finances. Let me ask you a question. Do you trust our economy? How secure do you feel right now? Banks have failed. More and more people are losing their jobs. Job security is a thing of the past. These days, you can't even trust banks to be there for you when you need them. Is there any hope for our future? What if I told you there was a group of select men and women from every different race, creed, and religion who actually thrive when the economy is down? These are the few with insight into the future and a burning desire to be successful in life, no matter what goes on around them. These few but proud men and women have discovered a legal loophole in the marketplace and found a way out of poverty, out of depression, out of hopelessness, and into a better life. They, in fact, thrive during a bad economy, and they accumulate wealth. Wouldn't you like to join them? I'm going to tell you how. What if you made a nickel every time anyone from any part of the world purchased a cup of coffee from one of those popular coffee chain boutiques? You'd be a multi-millionaire within just a few short weeks, wouldn't you? Let's face it, coffee is a legalized drug. People know it's bad for them, but they drink it anyway. And some serious coffee consumers can't even start their day without first having copious amounts of caffeine electrifying their brain and body. You've seen the bumper sticker. Gimme coffee, and nobody gets hurt. Right now, there is an amazing window of opportunity that has just opened up, if you recognize it. Right now, you're in the right place at just the right time to receive hundreds or even thousands per week in cold, hard cash, just for sharing your love of coffee with others who need the extra boost to get them through the day. It's been said by those in the know that this is the greatest consumable product in business history, and you could be next in line to pocket the profit. Like what you've heard so far? You haven't heard anything yet. Everyone knows coffee is bad for you, right? It's a well-known fact that coffee is acidic in nature. Many health practitioners today believe the pH, or acidity in a person's system, has a great deal to do with their health. Just imagine all those cups of coffee consumed on a daily basis by millions of people. They're so addicted to the stuff that they're willingly poisoning themselves and paying for it. Now, I don't know about you, but I couldn't sleep at night knowing that I'm making money off poisoning people. But what if a new kind of coffee hit the market that had the same rich flavor, the same great taste, and produced the same electric pickup found in the finest gourmet blends, only it didn't bring you down, wasn't poisonous like regular coffee, and actually made you feel good? How is this even possible? It's all thanks to an ancient secret called Ganoderma lucidium. When it was discovered, it was referred to as the king of herbs by Chinese emperors, who coveted it for themselves. According to Wikipedia, the world's largest online encyclopedia, Ganoderma is reported to have been used in traditional Chinese medicine now for more than 4,000 years, making it one of the oldest known and most powerful secrets of Chinese medicine. And it's still used
in manufacturing plants in the world for making really high-performance dietary supplements and personal care products. And our mission has always been to take the latest in science and to develop the most highly advanced, powerful products that have ever been created on Earth. In a world where most products are pretty commonplace, Sisel products are extraordinarily powerful and effective. So recently I've looked into making coffee. And coffee you would think might just be coffee, but it is not. There are a lot of things involved with coffee that can make it to be a sensational, delicious tasting coffee. And now it can be a health coffee too. So as I looked at the industry and saw what they were doing, we determined that coffee is necessarily not good for you, especially the way that it's over roasted. Many good properties in coffee can actually be damaged and destroyed and become harmful to the human body. So as I researched it, I looked into the very best technology that was available to actually cook coffee rather than roast it crispy. And so I went out and purchased an infrared coffee cooker that can cook coffee to perfection, and you can bring it right to the point of where it is delicious tasting. Now, the other thing that's important is the type of coffee bean that you use. There's about 20 different grades of coffee bean, and they're from very bitter and high caffeine to the very best, which comes from Panama. And the Panamanian Boquete coffee bean has been rated as the most flavorful bean in the world for 12 consecutive years. Yes, it's expensive, but to make it, we went and bought it directly, bypassed all of the 6 or 8 middlemen that are involved in the coffee trading business, and brought the coffee bean here to our manufacturing plant and installed the most highly technologically advanced equipment to make it, to cook it to perfection. So now we have the world's best tasting coffee bean, and we cook it in this infrared roaster to perfection. And then, because the oils aren't dry and crispy, we have to cryogenically grind it. And that means we lower the temperature to about 150 degrees below zero, where even oil freezes, and then we can grind it without having to cook it dry and crispy, just like toast or bacon, which becomes actually harmful for you. When that's done, the same thing is true with coffee. But we don't do that. We're cooking it at a couple of hundred degrees less than coffee is roasted. So now we have all of those beautiful flavors and all of the powerful antioxidants and the health benefits in coffee. So now for the first time, we believe this is coffee that is good for you. Coffee that studies are showing that the coffee itself, if the factors aren't destroyed, are actually very powerful and effective to support the brain, the heart, the liver, all of the organs in the body. So now once we had the greatest coffee in the world, we designed a system to go with it to add health ingredients to make actually truly healthy coffee even more healthy. And we found out of all the plants on earth, Chaga was probably the most powerful one. And so we took a fungus, an extract from Chaga, and put it in it. And many coffees have got a mushroom in it now called Ganoderma. And Ganoderma is good, but Chaga is 100 times more powerful than Ganoderma to support the body's immune system. And it's full of superoxide dismutase, which is an extremely important antioxidant that the human body produces itself, but you can supplement it, and those levels go down as you get older. So supplementation is so effective for anti-aging throughout the entire body. And so now with Chaga, we looked, of course, we're going to put Ganoderma in it. Even though Chaga is so much more effective, Ganoderma still works too. But then we looked at what other ingredients would be effective in Chaga, and we took and put Bacopa, an ingredient from India, which is shown to have remarkable antioxidant properties, but it's especially good for the brain. So we added Bacopa extracts into it. And then we took another one called Gotu Kola, and Gotu Kola is so good for the whole cardiovascular system and the immune system support. So we put those 4 very powerful ingredients in our already healthy coffee to make it what we believe is by far the world's healthiest coffee, but with the Panama Boquete geisha coffee bean, also the most flavorful in the world.